DJ, I saw an interview with your father, and he said that basically Florida State was kind of like where you really wanted to go. How did you come to that conclusion as you were kind of figuring out your future?
Yeah, no. First of all, man, first I want to say, man, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be a Seminole. Unbelievable place since I've been here. Been here for probably a month now, a little over a month. It's been amazing. The people here, the coaching staff, the players, just the people that live here in Tallahassee, it's been amazing, and I'm happy to be here. But yeah, for me, man, going through the process again and being in the transfer portal, my eyes are set on one school. I want to be here at Florida State, and this is the spot I want to be in. I'm just blessed and happy that Coach Norvell, Coach Tony, Coach Tokarz, everyone here on staff was excited to have me here and was able to choose, was able to let me be here, let me be able to be a Seminole. So yeah, this is where I want to be at, and I'm happy to be here.
Go to Brendan on the left side.
DJ, Coach Norvell said that he was really, something he liked about you was your journey, that you kind of had a traditional road and learned from those experiences. I guess, what would you say, like, to your time here, getting here, you've learned, what have you learned through your journey to get to Florida State, I guess?
Yeah, like in my past, like kind of like my college experience.
Yeah, like what have you taken away to get here?
Yeah, for me, man, I think my college experience is unique, and I feel like it's something unique that God's given me in my journey. There's been ups, there's been downs, but for me, man, it's all nothing but a blessing. I think in this way of life, in the way life is, you know, things aren't perfect, and I think God has a way of showing, like for me, man, like God's timing is everything. You know, sometimes timing isn't how you want it. God's timing isn't something that maybe you want it to be, but it's always the right time. Like everything in God's timing works out in His favor, and it's worked out for me. Like there's been a lot of lessons I've learned through college that have been good, been bad, sometimes here and there, but it's all shaped me into the person I am today. And I'm blessed to be able to go on through my journey here in college, and I'm excited about my journey here at Florida State. I'm excited to be a Seminole.
Essen?
Yeah, for you, Wayne, what about Mike Norvell's offense appealed to you, and how do you fit into it? How do you see yourself playing out this year?
Sure. I think Coach Norvell does an amazing job on offense. Been a fan of what he does for some time now since I've been at Clemson. I knew when I put my name in the portal, like, man, I feel like Florida State did a lot of good things on offense. I feel like they did a lot of things that would highlight what I do as a quarterback, what I do best. And for me, man, once I met Coach Norvell, got to talk to him a lot more, got to talk ball with him, I knew this is the right spot. Even before that, because I'd done my homework, looked at the offense, looked at what they'd done with Jordan Travis and how they used him, how they developed him as a quarterback. And that was one thing I was looking for. I want to be able to get developed, be able to continue to learn, and I want to win football games.
Jordan?
DJ, your dad called Sione your Polynesian brother. Can you just talk about your relationship with him as well as being a trailblazer in the Polynesian community?
Yeah, man, I wouldn't consider myself a trailblazer, but man, my boy Sione Nusi, that's my dog, man. I was just chopping up with him in the locker room right now. But first of all, he's an amazing player, and most importantly, he's an amazing person. I think he got to share his journey on how he got here. I didn't 100% know his whole full journey about what he's gone through to be able to get here, to be able to be here at Florida State, be at Oregon State. But I think it just shows a testament of how much he cares about football and how much he cares about bettering his life and bettering his family's life. I think it just shows that for whatever Nusi's doing each and every day, to be able to come out here, sacrifice, be able to be here, be a Seminole, and just put his all into the game of football, and his all to the University of Florida State. I think it just shows the type of testament, the type of player he is, and the type of person he is.
Kurt, up front.
Hey DJ, how's it going?
You
doing good. You've played here before. You've played Florida State twice. I guess when you were at Clemson, I guess, what was your impression of this program from afar? And I guess how much of that did that play a role in the portal you talked about? How you always wanted it to be Florida State.
Yeah, I think Coach Norvell, he's done an amazing job with the program since he's taken over. Each and every year, it's been a steady climb. He's just getting better and better and better. And that's what I saw from the first time I played Florida State in 2021 when I played. It wasn't the best year, but you could tell there was talent on the team. You could tell that there was a coaching staff and a belief in the players that the ship's going to get turned around. And like you seen last year, going 13-0 through the conference championship, and it was amazing. You could just tell by the belief the players they had with Coach Norvell, the coaching staff, the fan base, They look like the old Florida State when you see them with all the legends that have played here, James Winston, and the big dynasty runs that they've had. So for me, that was one thing I saw. I was like, wow, they're going to get it together because they got the players, they got the staff, and like they're going to be a force to be reckoned with after I played in 2022.
We got one on Zoom here from Matt Baker.
Hey DJ, what in particular did you take away from your time last year that helped you get become a better player?
For me, man, I think being at Oregon State, it was amazing. Honestly, I think Coach Smith, Coach Lindgren, and all the coaching staff there, and all my brothers there, I learned a lot from those guys there. And it was something different that I was doing at Clemson, from just like a totally different standpoint. It was cool. Like I learned a lot from the offense I ran there. It was totally different than anything I've done in all my years of football, running more of a pro style game. It was fun, man. I had a lot of enjoyment there. A lot of my teammates were super cool. I got to be back on the West Coast. I got to play in the Pac-12 for the last year of it being existing, which I had no clue. And for me being a West Coast guy, growing up, seeing the Pac-12, being a USC fan, and just seeing a lot of the players I looked up to playing the Pac-12, it was pretty special. But a lot of things I learned, a lot of life lessons, a lot of things about the game of football, and be able to grow my knowledge, and it was enjoyable. It was a fun time playing at Oregon State, and I thank them for everything.
We'll stay on Zoom here with Logan Robinson.
Hey DJ, during tour duties so far and just you being there for the last couple of months, what about this team, the targets that you'll have in the wide receiver room, running back room, everywhere? What kind of excites you about this offense under Mike Norvell and the targets that you'll be working with?
Yeah, I think it's super exciting. I mean, seeing targets last year and then the guys coming back this year and the new additions we've added, I think they're great. From the top to bottom, I think the receiver list it's going to speak for itself, and I'm excited to get out there, throwing with a lot of the guys, and just in the offseason right now, out there in the indoor and different stuff on the field. I work with the running backs and going through tour duty, be able to see the guys, see how athletic they are, how fast, quick, and it's a good group. It's a very good group of guys, and I think the biggest thing, they're hungry, they're eager, have a chip on their shoulder, and they're ready to play, and that's one thing I look forward to.
Chris.
Hey DJ, last month or this past month working with Tony Tokarz, what has it been like getting used to the playbook and also the vocabulary that you use as a team?
Yeah, it's been great. I think Coach Tony, he's an amazing coach, very smart coach. He really cares about his players, his quarterbacks, as he does, and he takes a great pride in coaching us hard, and be able to let us know the offense, be able to understand it. But it's been great, man. He's a great dude. He's a great coach, and it's been great to learn from him each and every day, and I'm excited about going into the spring.
Essen.
Obviously, you can't have team practices yet, but how quickly did you start working with the wide receivers to get just a feel with them and just to start working with them? How quickly did you get in the room with them?
Yeah, I think we've had a couple walkthroughs now. We got tour duty, and then we throw on our own. So the biggest thing coming into the winter before the spring is be able to want to get somewhat camaraderie, be able to get someone in connection with the receivers, be able to throw, get timing down just a little bit here and there, be able to fill out the guys, all the quarterbacks, because obviously I'm a new quarterback. We have Lucas, a new quarterback, Trevor is a new quarterback, and then we also have new receivers that come in here from the portal, freshmen. So a lot of us, you want to be able to get our feet wet before going to spring ball, because you don't want it to be like a chaos out there, or it's just the first time throwing with everybody. But it's been good so far. I mean, the receivers are great. They come to work, they come ready to work each and every day, and it's been fun.
Kurt.
I don't know, I guess, what kind of relationship you have with Jordan Travis. It sounds like you didn't need to be sold on Florida State. I guess, did you talk to him at all while kind of Florida State was recruiting you, and what did he tell you? And your relationship with him, what's that like?
Yeah, no. I got to talk to him before I took my official visit. I talked to him 2 days beforehand. I just had a couple questions I want to ask him, because for the most part, I knew a couple players who played here. I knew Micah, I knew Johnny, I knew AJ, and just a couple other guys playing against him. I kind of had my thoughts on what I knew about Florida State, about the coaching staff, but obviously I want to ask Jordan, because he played in this offense for some time now, and he was right there in the thick of it with Coach Norvell and Coach Tokarz. So I wanted to ask him a couple questions about the program, how are they as coaches, off the field, how are they as man. He had nothing but great things to say. And that comes from your starting quarterback for a couple years now. I mean, that's all you need to hear. So when I heard that, kind of proved all my points that I had, thought about Coach Norvell and all the other coaches here, and kind of just like, well, it just solidified it then. There's no one else I really need to talk to.
Go back on Zoom here for Andrew Adelson.
DJ, you mentioned your journey earlier. I'm wondering where you feel like you've grown the most since your freshman year and all the places you've been.
I would say the most I've grown since my journey in football is probably me as a man. Obviously, I've grown a lot in football, my knowledge of football as a player. I've grown, I feel like I've gotten better each and every way. But I feel like as a man, I feel like God, he's put me through a test of my faith, and I feel like my faith has gotten a lot stronger since I've been in the game of college football. It's tested it, but at the end of the day, man, God's given me each and every day. He's given me a day to live, and I've just been blessed through the whole journey to be able to play college football, and it's been blessed. Like today, I woke up. I thank him for waking me up today, be able to walk, be able to talk, be able to be in this room with everybody here, and it's just been a true blessing, and I've just been thankful for the journey that he's given me.
Howard?
Did you, when you were here for that game a couple of years ago, and I know it's, when you're on the other sideline, it's probably not thrilling to hear some of the things you hear, but have you envisioned what it's gonna be like to be part of that, and you know, and have you interacted with many fans since you've been here?
I haven't interacted with too many fans since I've been here, but for me, man, yeah, I have visioned it. For me, this is my favorite place to play. Like all the places I played at Oregon State, like Clemson, this is my favorite away game I've ever played. When I played here in 2022, the stadium was rocking. For me, I've always grown up James Winston fan, seen Florida State. I know the tradition here that they have is winning, the tradition of great players. I know Derwin James real well. And just to be able to see like the whole tomahawk chop with all the fans, that was always one thing I've seen growing up watching Florida State that I was excited to see going into the game. And seeing that thing live, see all the fans, and it was amazing. And seeing the Seminoles right on the horse, and it was crazy. So for me, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about the fan base, excited about playing here. I'm just excited to be here.
Jordan?
DJ, your new teammates have called you a lead by example type of guy, a laid back guy. Can you just talk a little bit about your personality and your leadership style?
Yeah, I guess that kind of just, I mean, for me, man, I'm a Cali kid. Grew up in Southern California, the IE. I guess maybe that's kind of where the laid back comes from. But for me, man, my leadership style, man, I want to be there. For me, I want to be able to earn trust. Trust isn't something that's just given out. It's something that it's got to be earned by your teammates. You got to be trusted. You got to be able to show it. So for me, man, it's gonna lead by example. Come here each and every day, put my hard hat on, and just go to work, man. Just put my head down and just continue to grind. That's kind of how I treat things.
Brendan?
You mentioned earlier that you thought your skill set would fit in well with some of the research you did at Florida State's offense. I guess what specifically do you think you do well, and then I'll follow up to that. Like, what are you trying to work on and build on your game this season at Florida State?
For me, man, I feel like what I do well. I feel like I bring a great mentality to the team. I feel like I bring great leadership. I bring like a dog mentality. Come out here ready to work. And then on the field, man, I feel like I really do. I feel like I push the ball down the field really well. Something I want to do. Throw the rock. I feel like I make great plays inside the pocket, whether that's getting out or making people miss inside the pocket and making throws down the field. Not scared of contact. I don't shy away from contact at all. I'm a big guy, so I'll go out there and play with the best of them. But for me, man, I feel like my leadership style and my knowledge of the game is something I bring to Florida State. I feel like it's really well. I feel like I understand the game. I have a lot of experience playing football at the college level, and I feel like I've learned a lot and I've grown a lot. I've been through some adversity in my time in college, so I feel like that shows a lot of who I am as a person, and I feel like I let that show as I play the game. And the things I want to work on, each and every year there's always things you want to work on. There's a lot of stuff I want to continue to get working on. Am I perfect? No, not from it, far from it. So each and every day I want to get on the field, I want to strive to be able to be perfect in each way I work. From the times of just being into duty, the times of lifting, and then just throwing receivers and being up on the board. There's a lot of things we want to continue to work on, footwork, different stuff, accuracy, pushing the ball down the field. I feel like for me there's not just one thing I'm working on right now. I feel like my whole game I want to continue to get better at.
Matt?
It seems like you kind of fit in with the team right away without skipping a beat. What does that kind of say about you, and what has made that transition so easy?
For me, man, I just try to be myself. Try to be my most authentic self. For me, man, I'm DJ Uiagalelei. I'm not gonna change for nobody. I'm not trying to sound mean or anything, but that's just who I am. Like I'm gonna be myself, be a caring person, and be a trustworthy teammate. And for me, man, I just want to be able to be honest with people and be able to just go to work. And I want to let my work show for itself. I want to go out there, put my hard hat on, and just go to work, man. I don't want to be nobody special. I don't want to be superstar, man. I'm just a regular player, man. I'm just one length of the offense and just another person on the team, man. I don't want to be looked at anything differently than just a guy next to all the teammates in the locker.
We've got time for a couple more. Aslan?
DJ, the staff decided to bring on a couple quarterback prospects for visits during the recruiting cycle there. For you, what was that wait like for everything to kind of settle down for you to finally get the offer? And I guess how much that can motivate you to come in here and play your best?
Yeah, no, it was good for me, man. I was just trusting God's work. I was just trusting what He had planned for me. Just praying about it. I knew this is where I wanted to be, and just trusting Him. Like, hey, God, if this is where you want me to be at, like if Florida State's a school for me, then You'll show me the way. You open up that door for me, and He has. And God's opened up so many doors in my life. And for me, man, I always want to be on. Like I said, God. I talk about God's timing. Yeah, maybe I wanted it to happen a little earlier. Maybe I wanted to be at Florida State a little faster, but you know what? Things don't work out like that because it's always on God's timing, and God's timing is always right. It's perfect timing. So everything worked out how I wanted, and everything worked out to what God wanted me to do. So I was just blessed to be able to be here, and I'm thankful to be a Seminole.
We'll do 3 more. Kurt?
Coach Norvell, I think over the weekend, talked about on your visit, he sat down with you and I think went through 3 of your games last year with you where you had kind of varying levels of success. Was that something unique that you kind of hadn't seen before? I know you've been through recruitments plenty, and I guess what did that tell you about him?
Yeah, I think it told me a lot. For me, I told him, like, yeah, I don't need to see the facilities. I don't need to see, like, the nutrition, where we eat at. Like, I've been through the fluff of recruiting. Like, that stuff doesn't really matter to me anymore. Like, for me, I don't really care what the facilities look like. Like, all I just need is a football, and that's about it. And some sort of balance, I'll be good to go. And a playbook. So for him to be able to sit down with me and watch 3 games with everything, have his thoughts about how I played, things where I can get better at, things I did well, and be able to talk to him, asking him, like, hey, how would you do this? Or, like, what is this play? Would you run this in the offense, or what do you guys think about this? Or he would ask me, like, what was your read here? How do you guys see the defense, or how you guys read this play? Something similar to our offense. It was cool, because for me, man, that's all I want to do. I want to continue to keep getting better as a quarterback, continue to learn. And Coach Norvell, he's an extremely smart coach. And for me, that was a big reason why I wanted to be here. I wanted to learn from him and to be able to get developed under him.
Ira?
Luke said his locker's near yours, and he said he's looking forward to learning from you. How much are you enjoying that process of being around these young quarterbacks and maybe sharing some of your wisdom with them?
Luke, he's right next to me in the locker room. I think first and foremost, he's a great quarterback. I think he has an amazing future, and he's going to be a really special quarterback and a really special person. I think he has a tremendous amount of talent. From I got to see him throw. He has a great work ethic. He's out there in the way of working tour duty each and every day, and it's gonna be fun, man. He brings some joy to the game. That's always good, man. You have quarterbacks that bring joy to the game and be able to show their personality. But for me, man, I'm excited. I think every single quarterback on the roster, from Trevor to Brock to D-Mac to everybody on the squad, to Mike, that every single one of these quarterbacks is good, and they show their talents in each and every way, and they got a different personality about them. I think that's the cool part about being on the team, being in the quarterback room, that we're tight, and each and every one of us is different, but we all come together to be friends, we're ready to be a close, tight-knit group, and I know that's what Coach Tokarz wants.
Essen, for the last one.
After last year's success at Oregon State, playing in the Pac-12, did you ever consider going to NFL draft? And if not, what do you want to work on before you try next year?
For me, man, I was just worried about the season last year. Yeah, obviously it was always a thought maybe I go to the draft or not, if I come back for another year. For me, I had no clue until after the last game. I thought about it. I thought the best things for me was to be able to hit the portal and play another year in college. So that was my thought on that last year. I think things I want to continue to keep working on. I feel like just continue to keep improving completion. I think turnover ratio is obviously things I can control myself, and I feel like continue to keep growing my knowledge in the game of football and continue to just playing under Coach Norvell. I think he's going to do a lot of those things for me, and I think be able to learn from him, being able to play with Coach Tokarz, who's my quarterback coach. I'm excited about the journey with those two, and just want to continue to keep getting better and learn from those guys.
Awesome. Thanks, DJ.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.